Alright guys, today on the lift we have a Toyota Sienna. Look at the condition of these rotors, terrible. Car's been sitting around. If you guys have a Toyota Sienna, Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla, alright, let me just set up my light right here. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna magnetize my light. And you need to replace the rear brake pads and rotors. Very simple, guys. Caliper, you're gonna remove the number 14 back over here, and you should be able to remove both of these bolts on this car in the back, because this line is not too long. If you try to remove one and try to twist it, you're gonna damage that line. All right, so this is 14. Let me go get 14 and we're gonna remove both 14s. All right guys, got my number 14 here with the ratchet. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this and the top one. All right, so both bolts gotta come off. All right, and there it is. All right guys, let me put this somewhere over here. And once we have this off, you can use a pry bar. If this caliper does not come out easily, just yank it off. Right, just be careful with the line here. You don't want to stretch to the line too much. All right, and there we have it, guys. And the brake pads are pretty much done. There's one and there's two. All right guys, after this, right in the back here, you have number 17 and 17 right in back of this to remove this bracket. But they're gonna be really tight, so use something long. Like I have this long little ratchet here. So there's a 17 back here, counterclockwise. And then you have another one here. Alright, once it's loose, you should be able to remove it by hand. Just put the socket on. And this bolt does have a small little washer. Make sure you do not lose that washer right there. It won't even come off, but very important. And then that your bolt might travel too far and hit the rotor, right? And then you have one more in the bottom, and this bracket will come off. Got a feeling this rotor is not gonna come off so easy since it's been there for too long. All right, so there we have it, guys. Next step, while we have this in my hand, take your hardware kit off. If your brake pads bring a new hardware kit, do install a new hardware kit. And you always need to clean the area where the hardware kit is gonna sit. All right, I like to file a little bit because the filing will eat a little bit of rust off it. That's part of that's been jammed up there. All right, just do the corners here, corners on this side, do the top and the center. You can just go all over. Right, once you have that, you can also, I had a small little wire brush here. You could brush this down, right? Just like so. Same procedure for the opposite side, all right? So let me put this inside. This rotor is probably not gonna come off, guys. You can take a hammer and just tap it right back here. It's been there for so long, guys. I gotta hit it really hard. And there it goes. And there's the rotor, guys. All right, let me put this away. I'm gonna come back. Okay, guys, once you have the rotor off, you can inspect the e-brake here. This is emergency foot brake. All right, also inspect the shoe. All right, and you can clean it with the brake cleaner. Make sure none of your dirt or debris or rust pieces has been stuck in there, because if they're stuck in there, they will stay in there. They will grind on the rotor, make a terrible noise. All right, you can also adjust this little guy from right down here, this adjustment screw, but I will leave that for another time. And once I have everything on, I will test drive it and then adjust it if the customer requests it, because that'll be a separate service. All right, I can adjust it, but sometimes you mess around with it, things will go wrong and things will not go your way. All right, guys. So next step is I'm gonna go get a new rotor. Right, let me go make sure the hub here is clean. This one looks really, really good. All right, so I don't need to do much here. If it's rusted, clean it off. Right, you could use a wire brush and put a little bit of grease here. All right, guys, I'm back with my rotor. Make sure you clean the surface here. Make sure you clean the surface here. Make sure you clean the inside, because that works with brake shoes here. Anyways, sometimes I have had cases where there's like a lip here, it will scrape inside in some of the Toyotas, and that will make a noise. All right, make sure you pay attention to that, and always align this hole with adjustment screw where it's gonna be it's gonna be able to adjust. So it could go anywhere at this point, but you see that the hole is there, and there's a rubber piece on the old rotor. Make sure you take that off and put that on over here. Right, but let's go further, guys. What we're gonna do next is I'm gonna go get my hardware kit, and we're gonna install the hardware kit on this little guy right here. Right, so let me go grab that. All right, guys, got my hardware kit here, and oh, there goes one. This guy, all you do is you align it and you stick it in. All right, and then it will take its place where it belongs. All right, very simple. You can push the center of it. Let me go grab the other one without tipping the camera over. All right, let me take the second one, guys, here. And oh, you one of those that wants to just fly off. All right, there it goes. Very simple, guys. To sit right in place. All right, at this point, if you like, guys, you can also put the brake pads in. What I like to do is if you want, this brake sensor here is gonna go on the inside, guys, and make sure it's in the bottom. So if this thing goes like that, make sure the sensor is in the bottom, because when the car goes to reverse, it gives a better sound. All right, it's much easier for you to do this right here because you can see the back. Once it's inside, you will not be able to see the back brake pad. I usually do it on the car, but today, I don't know, for some reason, I decided to do this beforehand. All right, I think for me, it will more easier while it's on the car. All right, there we have it. All right, I'm gonna only put back pad on because the front one I can put on it later, but let's go over here. Let me take my light and put it down here. And at this point, we're gonna be putting the number 17s in. It'd be a good idea if you can use a socket with this. Let me go get a socket. I have one here for the bottom one. Or you can even come to the back because you have a better view back here. And there I have it, guys. One bolt is in. And let me see if I can get the second one in. And we have the second bolt in. Alright, from here on, all you need to do is make sure you tighten this little guy to the proper spec. I'm gonna just snug these and then I'm gonna torque these, and I will come back and continue the video. Alright, guys, I'm gonna torque these and I'm gonna come back. Alright, guys, nice and tight. Next step, I need to grab my other brake pad out of this package, one without the sensor. Right, so 2 brake pads will come in the package with the sensor, the little brake wear indicators. All right, and 2 will not. So the 2 that will not come goes on the outer edge. All right, and there you go. All right, very simple, guys. And then after that, what we can do here is we can take our compress tool and we're gonna compress this piston, all right, guys? And you simply compress this tool to compress the piston. Very simple process, guys. All right, I have that in. And what I need to do next is I do like to check the greasing on the pins here. These are very good, all right? So I'm not even gonna touch them. And if you do need to grease them, make sure you pull them out and grease them. But they're very smooth, all right? This car is in very good condition. Put the caliper on. You're gonna take your number 14 bolts there. You're gonna put that on. All right, and then after that, you're gonna tighten both of these 14s. Make sure you tighten them really good. All right, there's one. And then I have the second one, all right, guys? So pretty much I'm done here. I will double check everything. Make sure you put the little piece that goes right here. All right, guys? So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. If you have any questions, please send me a message. But there we have it. Any Toyota Sienna, Camry, Corolla, that's how you're gonna do the brake pads and rotors, all right? So thank you, subscribe, and bye-bye. And don't forget to put the little guy that goes right there, which I will do at the end. And you can turn the tire to see if it's not scraping. This is a normal noise, the brake pad is touching, but no metal to metal squeals, all right? So bye-bye.